Yes, Jackie.
So when I was treasurer, we had some task problems getting our fundraising checks back from restaurant fundraisers. Blaze. What would you do in those situations where we needed the money and fundraised but couldn't get it?
So from experience, I know that a lot of the restaurants and whatnot have a really strict policy when it comes to fundraising, and they have their own like set of timelines and whatnot for them to be able to contribute the money to you. So what I could do, although it's not much, it would be to be diligent and always be in contact with them. I think establishing a friendly relationship between our organization and the sponsors, if you want to call them, that we're working with is really important, because if there's a friendly relationship there, they're more apt to like respond and to be willing to help. So open communication. Yes, Zach.
Could you speak more on your experience this year and how that relates to being in the top 5?
So this year, as an board member, has been really interesting. I think more than anything, I've been able to cultivate like soft skills, and as a Marshall major, we're taught that that's like really important. And so I think just building on like communication and planning and time management and whatnot, those skills have helped me to be able to live up to a top 5 position, I'd like to say. There is still a lot to learn since I haven't been in a top 5 position, but I think with the readiness to learn and the willingness to, it'll be like a good transition. Yes, Matt?
What is one thing you can implement that the previous treasurer has not?
That's a good one. So I actually, last year when Justin ran, I really liked the internal controls that he tried to set up. This year, it's been there, but there's been a few occurrences that I'm like a personal witness to that I've seen it not being played out like correctly or like more effectively. And so I think just taking his idea and making it a lot stronger and more stricter is what I'm going to try to do. So like for reimbursements, he has a form, but more than just a form, I'd like to see like paper copies and whatnot, so that if I do journal entries and stuff, there's like evidence to support that, this is the correct reimbursement that goes to this person. Yes, Michelle?
So previously, we don't really rely on having sponsors for our organization.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you foresee in a plan for getting funds for work?
Mm-hmm. I think you're probably specifically talking about PACN, maybe. I think, well, in PACN in particular, like the response that we got from this past one has been like really amazing. And I think if we build upon that momentum, we'll be able to reach out to more people to sponsor us and to like have more promotions on their side in our show, if that makes sense. And although it might not be completely perfect this next year, it's something I hope to like hit the ground running. Yes, Haley?
What's an example of a fundraiser that you would like to have that not only helps our club like monetary wise, but like just making our presence known on campus?
That's a good one. I'm not really too sure about like the rules when it comes to university policies on like what you can do to fundraise on campus. But I think like stuff like other orgs do where they sell like food or boba that's like something that's like special to their culture or not, since we are a culture club, would be really cool. Like selling halo halo or something during the summertime or during early fall would be really cool. In terms of ideas, I honestly don't have any like concrete ones in mind right now, but I'd be willing to work with like members and e-board to find ideas. Yes,
Could you say something about responsible spending in our organization and why that's important?
I think since we do have like a limited budget as a school organization, I think it's really important to have responsible spending. And so I think being able to have like budget and to know like the different options you have in terms of cost and whatnot is going to be really important, especially with events like PACN and whatnot taking up a lot of our money that we get. And so, like I said, by like putting on those internal controls and making them stricter, I'll be able to sort of advocate for more responsible spending.